A little over 5 years ago, Rogue One hit theaters and surprised us all. It gave us what many feel is still one of the best entries into the Star Wars franchise to date. This morning, we got a glimpse back into that universe. Let's go. Alright, so welcome back to the channel and another trailer reaction and breakdown. As always, this video will feature 4 parts. A blind watch through, my initial thoughts, a second watch through pausing for breakdowns, and finally my closing thoughts before it released September 21st. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much again for the reception this channel has received over the past week or so. It's been absolutely incredible and I can't thank you enough for the support. With that said, if you do enjoy this video, remember to drop a like and let me know in the comments down below what you think or anything I missed. It really helps push the video out there. All right, let's get into it.
To steal from the Empire? To just walk in like you belong? They're so proud of themselves. So fat and satisfied. They can't imagine that someone like me would ever get inside their house.
Cassian Andor. The Empire is choking us so slowly. We're starting not to notice. What I'm asking is this. Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real? I need all the heroes I can get.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
There's fermenting out there, son. Pockets of fermenting.
You're in my net. Are you a fish? Or are you a thief? You're slipping.
I'm not slipping. I've just been hiding for too long.
As long as everyone thinks I'm an irritation, there's a good chance they'll miss what I'm really doing.
What are you really doing?
This is what revolution looks like.
I'm tired of losing.
All right, so initial thoughts, love the vibe. I think they absolutely nailed the cinematic look they had with Rogue One. I have high hopes for this series. I really hope that it's gonna be just as good as Rogue One. I love exploring that corner of the Star Wars universe. I love that we got to see Mon Mothma. I love that we got to see a young Saw Gerrera. No K2 initially on the first trailer. I can let that go. It also looks like we got a glimpse at the Senate. Whether that's on Coruscant or not, I'm not sure. And probably the biggest takeaway so far, 3-part initial premiere. Love that. All right, so let's watch it through a second time, pausing for breakdowns and Easter eggs. All right, so right from the jump, not sure if this is a new character being introduced or if this is a even younger look at Saw Gerrera initially. Something tells me it could be Saul. Anytime you see a Star Destroyer fly overhead, goosebumps every time. Never gets old.
To steal from the Empire?
So this looks like a young Andor. We're getting a little background on him. Maybe he was a thief. Maybe he was an infiltrator. Maybe he was always rebellious in nature.
You just walk in like you belong? They're so proud.
So this looks like our first look at the Senate. This has to be the Senate on Coruscant. I mean, look, each nation is represented. They have their own little like hovercraft cart this has to be going back to Coruscant, which I love.
Themselves. So fat and satisfied. They can't imagine that someone like me would ever get inside their house.
Cassian Andor. The Empire is choking us so slowly.
So I don't know if she's a side villain and the white-haired guy in the white coat was the main villain, or if she's going to be the main issue in this series. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
We're starting not to notice. What I'm asking is this. Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real?
And then I'm not sure the role that he plays. I know he's in a lot of things. If you remember his name as an actor, let me know in the comments down below. I know he was Bootstrap Bill, Will Turner's father. I know that he is also the doctor that directly oversees Jane Foster and Thor. He's in a bunch of projects that Disney does. But let me know his name down below because I forgot.
Real. I need all the heroes I can get.
And I believe we've seen him somewhere before. I think he's Saw Gerrera's right-hand man. He's somebody in Saw Gerrera's crew, I believe. Also, let's rewind to this because this was kind of big.
To something real.
I thought it was supposed to leave. I thought it was supposed to release in August, and it looks like they pushed it back to September 21st. So correct me if I'm wrong.
I need all the heroes I can get.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it.
And there's a younger version of Saw Gerrera. Absolutely loved Forrest Whitaker's character in Rogue One, and I think they did a good job in Star Wars Rebels, the animated series, kind of doing some episodes with him and giving us more of this character. But I love that we get a little bit more of him because I really think he is a great addition to the Star Wars universe.
War.
Let's ferment.
And that looks like it may be
Let's ferment.
this guy may be right here. Oh, I keep missing it. This guy may be, I could be completely overanalyzing, but he looks like one of the versions of the Jedi monks that we saw in Rogue One, the guy that was blind, and he's like, I'm one with the Force is one with me. I'm one with the Force is one with me. Because he has no weapon, and he's just trying to straight up bash these stormtroopers, or it could just be a civilian. But maybe that's wishful thinking.
There's fermenting out there, son. Pockets of fermenting.
You're in my net.
There's a lot of misdirection going on with here. I really can't decide who the main villain is. So there's her. There's the initial guy we saw in the beginning that looked like a commander. There was that larger guy we just saw a few frames back with the sideburns and the English accent. A lot of misdirection. I can't figure out who the villain is.
Are you a fish? Or are you a thief?
You're slipping.
I'm not slipping. I've just been hiding for too long.
The CGI and the special effects in this show look so good. I love the way Rogue One was shot. It truly is kind of like a grittier, darker, as much as you can say for Star Wars, a more realistic presentation of the Star Wars universe. So I really hope this show sticks to that look, man, because I absolutely love that. Rogue One is top 3 Star Wars film for me.
As long as everyone thinks I'm an irritation.
It's definitely Coruscant.
There's a good chance they'll miss.
Got our first look at Mon Mothma. If you were familiar with her, if you go the whole way back to the original Star Wars franchise and trilogy, she was the leader on Yavin 4, I believe, the one that would coordinate with Admiral Akbar the fleets of starships going up and attacking the Death Star and things like that. So she was one of the heads of the military coordinating.
What I'm really doing.
What are you really doing?
Looks like we get a deeper dive into Star Wars politics,
This is what revolution looks
which
like.
is amazing.
I'm tired of losing.
There she is. You guys catch that? Good old Maz. Now, this looks a lot like Maz to me, or it could be another of her species. But honestly, this looks a lot like Maz to me. It looks a little bit bigger than her. And it almost looks like it could be male as well. I'm not entirely sure, but I want to say that this is Moss. I'm about 85% sure. So this is an awesome cameo. There, we got a better look at her arms right there too. There you go. That's got to be Moss. I don't know. Looks bigger than her though. And there we go. Best part of the whole trailer. 3-part premiere. Let's go. All right, so there you have it. That's our first real look into this corner of the Star Wars universe after Rogue One with the Andor series that released September 21st. I loved what this trailer gave us. I love the cinematography, how it's shot. Love the cameos from Mon Mothma. I love the Saw Gerrera. I'm hoping to see a lot of K2 and droids. Initially, when this was announced, I was kind of back and forth on the idea of an entire spin-off on a side character, but I think there's enough lore and enough of this part of the universe that's left unexplored from the success of Rogue One that I'm expecting a lot from this series. So as we wrap, let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything in the breakdown, what you're excited for, and what you expect from this series. Also, if you enjoyed the content, tell a friend, consider subscribing. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining me on another one. If you are interested in more of my trailer reaction and breakdown content, I do have a playlist right over here. As always, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one.